page with over 800 friends before. The most I've seen somebody have is anywhere from 8 to 900 friends, but WWE's Facebook page now apparently has 30 million friends. So that basically eliminates what Brittany Ott had told me, a person who appears here on HEW Entertainment Variety Radio, over 30 million friends on Facebook. That beats virtually almost anything on the internet. Everything from Nickelodeon to Disney, to The Rock's Facebook page, John Cena's Facebook page, McDonald's even. They've even beat McDonald's. All the top major Facebook pages are beat out by WWE. That was a statistic on WWE Raw a few weeks ago. WWE's Facebook page has accumulated more followers and friends than McDonald's, Disney, which is one of the more popular ones that you would think would be beating out WWE, Nickelodeon, who you would think would be beating out WWE because of the young age group they appeal to, and even McDonald's. That's amazing. That's an unprecedented feat. I don't ever think HEW Entertainment's official Facebook page over at facebook.com, Jonathan Clarke, will ever accumulate over 30 million friends, and I will state that for the record. HEW Entertainment is very popular. We've had a variety of guests and audio commentaries through the years, but I don't think we will ever amount to anything like WWE, over 30 million friends on Facebook. And if we do, I guess we have Lady Luck riding on our shoulders, which is a term that is used in professional wrestling. John Cena's Facebook page alone right now has over 7 million fans. Now, let me put that into a bit of perspective here for you. Over 7 million fans beats out Jennifer Lopez's Facebook page, and it beats out The Rock's Facebook page. You would think The Rock would have more friends than John Cena because of all the movies he's been in. John Cena's only been in about 3 to 4 movies, and The Rock has been in at least 15 since he left the wrestling business 7 years ago. And WWE's Facebook page has tripled the amount of John Cena's. And John Cena has more friends right now and fans than Jennifer Lopez and The Rock. I think that is absolutely unbelievable. Now, I'll go back to what we had covered here for you previously in previous audio commentaries, which you can download in our radio form or from our YouTube channel. WWE has really enforced this whole Facebook and Twitter social networking idea. You'll see the wrestlers doing tweets and talking on Facebook during Raw, for God's sake. Michael Cole tweets and commentaries Raw at the same time, and Dolph Ziggler recently did it on the show. You'll see the wrestlers even sitting down at the commentary table, logging on Twitter and tweeting to fans and talking to fans on Facebook. WWE have really strongly enforced the idea of social networking also through YouTube, with wrestlers doing video blogs through their official YouTube channels. YouTube.com/WWE for more information on what's going on over there on YouTube. I think it's a requirement now, if I'm not mistaken, for every WWE superstar to have a Facebook and a Twitter account. And I find that very funny that wrestlers now have to open up Facebook pages after many of them have said, I don't have Facebook, I don't want to have anything to do with Facebook. But you're seeing people that have never had Facebook before, like Barbie Blank and Maurice Intolet, open up Facebook pages after they've said on MySpace blogs they don't want anything to do with Facebook. So that gives you an idea of how people have actually been forced now to open up Facebook pages to help promote the fact that WWE now are supporting social networking. Basically, they can't go a Raw or SmackDown now without making reference to Facebook and Twitter. Before, you would never hear WWE talking about MySpace, Facebook, and Twitter before. Well, you can't really consider MySpace as anything, because Josh Matthews made a comment on NXT saying that no one had MySpace since 2003, and he might be correct in his analogy of that. MySpace is pretty much dead due to the lack of activity that pops up on there, but it seems like WWE are really behind and getting behind in the weeks to come of Twittering and Facebooking, and I think that it can be good to a certain extent, because it's a great way to promote yourself. You take all the independent stars who have basically amounted to nothing in the wrestling business, but are trying very, very hard to amount to something spectacular, and they're using things like YouTube and Facebook to their advantage. So it's a good promotional tool, but it can also be a negative source of information. There's a lot of harassment that can take place on Facebook towards wrestlers. There's a lot of unprofessionality that can be conducted. So in some light, not so much, but WWE are taking somewhat of a risk to put their fans in danger of being harassed, being made fun of and stuff like that. And that's probably one of the main reasons they have the Be a Star campaign, which is the prevention, the WWE way of preventing bullying. So hopefully cyberbullying will not be a factor with these social network pages. But I think that it's absolutely unbelievable that WWE have been able to accumulate over 30 million fans. And anytime you can beat out a restaurant establishment like McDonald's or top, a company like Disney, which WWE are constantly bashing, I don't approve of it for my own personal reasons. Anytime you can top a company like Disney or Nickelodeon, it is an unprecedented accomplishment that WWE should be proud of. That's unbelievable. That's absolutely unbelievable how they've been able to do that. And they always have updates on their Facebook page over at facebook.com/WWE, and they have updates on their official website, WWE.com. On WWE.com, if you can't pull up the Facebook page for WWE to see what I'm making acknowledgement of for this week's audio commentary, on the right-hand side of WWE.com, I believe they have links to Twitter and Facebook and MySpace and YouTube even through a bar they have installed at the top of their website, like a lot of the websites have now to promote social networking. We even have a bar, or links I should say, to our official Facebook and our Twitter and our MySpace and what have you. Actually, we don't have Twitter. We have links to our MySpace, Facebook, and YouTube, actually, because I'm not a big fan of the whole Twitter thing on our website. I'll throw out all those before we get out of here and talk about how you can pull up HEW Entertainment on MySpace, Facebook, and YouTube, whatever your heart desires. But on the right-hand side of WWE.com, they have installed a user-friendly bar that you can use to access the Facebook and the MySpace and the YouTube of WWE, and I think it's absolutely unbelievable how they've been able to accumulate over 30 million fans. WWE.com gets over 500 million hits per day. So that doesn't surprise me. I mean, anyone who goes to WWE.com to catch up on the latest WWE happenings and what have you are going to see these Facebook and Twitter buttons on the top of the page and say, oh, I have a Twitter account, or I have a MySpace or a Facebook, so obviously I'll follow WWE. I'm one of those, and then they subscribe to it, and then they're basically bombarded with emails from WWE. If you've sent WWE your email, you've basically condemned yourself. But I think that it's great. WWE.com accumulating over 500 million hits a day and over 30 million Facebook fans. The numbers will continue to rise in the coming months as everybody jumps on the WWE Facebook bandwagon. I haven't even got WWE on my official Facebook page. That shows you how much of an anti-WWE I've become in the last 10 years, especially after this new talent initiative has been launched by WWE. Now, I'm not taking anything away from the impressive group of young talents they have there, but I'd much rather prefer to see The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin in their prime. You can go to John Cena's official Facebook page, which is getting a lot of praise from WWE by going to facebook.com/John Cena. We'll probably include all the universal redirectional links along with this week's audio commentary for you to jump on those Facebook pages. Give your congratulations to WWE and John Cena, who are the main Facebook and Twitter pages right now. Twitter and Facebook have been absolutely blown up by John Cena, what's happening with John Cena, and especially over there on the WWE one. Kelly is also a very highly talked about thing on Twitter all the time because of everything she's doing for WWE, despite the rumors that she might be leaving. On Twitter.com she is talked about a lot, and I think it's awesome, one of the most talked about items on Twitter. I think that WWE have done an absolutely phenomenal job, and I'll give them a 8 out of 10 rating for how they've been really strongly pushing this whole Twitter and Facebook thing. And it's really encouraging people to sign up for Twitter and Facebook that haven't had the opportunity to do so. Facebook has a lot of restrictions on it, though. You can only send up to 24 friends requests a day, and you're not allowed to spam. And I think that's the a disadvantage Facebook has over MySpace, who didn't care how many friends requests you sent out, didn't care how many emails you sent out. The way Facebook is, after more than 24 friends requests a day, you're banned for 24 hours, and then you're banned for 2 weeks, you're banned for 3 weeks to a month. Depending on how many friends requests you send out, that will determine how long you're banned from the site for, and you can even lose the ability to send friends requests. So I think that's the bit of a pet peeve that Facebook has developed in the last 6 years they've been around. There are a lot of disadvantages to using Facebook, but there are a lot of advantages as well. I think people respond a lot quicker on the Facebook thing. I know that from using Facebook to get a lot of my interviews. I find they respond a lot quicker on Facebook than they do MySpace, due to the occurrence of MySpace's unfortunate death back in '03, according to Josh Matthews. But if you haven't done so, definitely sign up for a Facebook and a Twitter account, especially if you're a huge WWE follower on the internet. Go to websites like ProWrestling.com, much like myself, and follow what's going on with WWE through news items that are posted on the news boards of ProWrestling.com or PW Insider, because I think you will enjoy it. Maurice, on a side note here, Maurice Intellect has opened up her own Facebook page over at facebook.com/Maurice Intellect. Maurice, a former Divas champion, and definitely it's nice to know that she has now jumped on the Facebook and Twitter bandwagon, probably ordered by WWE. I think it's a law now in WWE Universe land to have a Facebook and a Twitter account, and if you don't have one, you could end up being released. It's awesome. It's awesome. And another thing I noticed too, a lot of wrestlers who aren't even with WWE anymore are posting YouTube videos. MVP is one guy that is starting to post a lot of YouTube videos, following in the footsteps of Matt Hardy, who is now in TNA Wrestling. But it's great. I think it's awesome. And the fact they beat out Disney, Nickelodeon, McDonald's, unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. And John Cena having 7 million Facebook fans. Never thought I'd see the day. I knew when I saw him for the first time he was going to amount to something spectacular, but I never thought in my wildest imagination that John Cena would become as popular as he has become in the last 5 years. For somebody that was brought in by Jim Ross, who believed that John Cena would main event WrestleMania 5 years in a row, Jim Ross made a very correct assumption with all of that. And I think definitely John Cena needs to be congratulated for the success he's had, not only inside of the ring, but on the internet as well. I think that John Cena is going to be one of those guys that eventually ventures